Sorry guys, every time I go between a mountain, it connection's out. Sorry about that. Every time I lose connection, it disconnects the stream and then starts another one. I need to figure out why that's doing so it doesn't just refresh. So I'm using a broadcast server and it broadcasted, so it's actually not doing what I want it to do. So I might end that here. Behind the slowest people. Sorry guys, every time I lose connection, it starts another stream on YouTube. So just refresh my videos and it'll come up. I need to pass these cars. We're about to get a really nice view. Oh, come on. chasing terrain, but oh well. Hopefully it clears up here in a bit. There we go. Wall cloud. Yeah, look at that. Find a spot and it's coming at me, so hesitant to get closer because that was such a good view. I don't know if I'm gonna have that kind of view. Man, that was such a good view. Hopefully I can get a view like that again, man. This is a little bit high base. Dew points are a little low right now. Oh yeah, there we go. It is wrapping up, guys. If it drops, I want to be close. So it's a balance between structure and cool tornado video. Tornadoes, you know, not very likely today, but we'll see. Good cell service right now too. All right, I'm gonna get closer. Hopefully connection stays good. I am currently I'm in Lewistown right now. coming slowly to me. If data gets bad, I'm gonna go ahead and back up and go up high on that area where I was, because data was really good there. See it kind of wrapping up there on the bottom there. Kind of right here. I'm gonna get some gas real quick. Hopefully. I'm just gonna get a little out of town. Stay there. I probably should have, actually, to be honest. Nothing's happening right now, but hope. Should have a good. Worth it. That was worth it. Good. I don't want to get too far out of town just because of the data. Looks like a little funnel nib there, and still kind of high base, but some car. Still disorganized. Something's trying right at that end area. You can see that it's still like that back end area. It's still kind of high base, but something's trying right there. There's another storm over here. Man, wouldn't that be nice to have 2 tornadoes going on? We'll keep an eye on that one too. Man, that one's getting its act together too. These are both LP storms. If I start losing data, which it looks like I am, I'm gonna stop so I can, you guys can see these things, because it's not worth getting right under it, because I have perfect view right now. Couldn't ask really for a better view. See if this is a road. If so, I'm gonna take it here and just get off. Yeah. Just gonna find a little farm road. We'll just sit here, let it do its thing while I have internet. Sorry about the telephone pole. So we have a storm there. We have a storm right here. I'm gonna keep an eye on both. For now, this guy's our storm. Get out, set out my camera, do a little bit of time lapse. Area you want to watch right now is this area right here. That might be shaping up to do something there, so we'll keep the camera on there. I really like this structure. If that drops, I'll get closer, but I think that might be a funnel, guys. Getting ready to form. right, so kind of what we saw there, guys, was a little clear slot that's forming right here. You can see the RFD that's kind of wrapped around right here, and that would possibly bring some rotation there. So that's the area you want to just keep an eye on. Man, what a beautiful storm. I'll zoom in if something starts to happen, but I want you guys to enjoy this structure. I am in Montana, and I am just, let's see, I am near Lewistown, Montana. Please share, pass this on. If you like what you're seeing, make sure to like and subscribe. Tornado Raiders on YouTube. Storm's moving southeast, but it's starting to get a little bit more precip in it, so I might have to go under it to get to the other side and follow it, but as of now, I'm in good position. I'm not gonna move right now. It is moving toward me. I'm gonna stay here as long as I can before I have to go back to Lewistown, and then if I do, one of the things I'll do is I'll probably go through Lewistown and set up on that hill again that I was at. Oh, lightning, thunder. Yeah, good cell service right now, so that's why I'm not getting as close as I can, because I'm in good cell service, so might as well just stay on it. That area is getting a little lower there. All right, so what we have here is a storm back build, and you can see almost 2 cells. So we're looking at the southern one way over here that has the lowering, and then the northern one that's close to me is this part right here. So I have visual of both of these cells, and so it back builded, and so that means it is strengthening. So we're just gonna stick here again, and yeah, just keep it going. It is still a bit high base, that's why we don't see it currently severe, but it is rotating. And there is another storm. I'm surrounded by storms right now. Ooh, that nub right there in the middle, starting to get interesting right here. RFD starting to cut around it. This nub right here. Give you guys a visual of the other storm over here. This guy's working. You can see this part right over here is starting to get a little lower. That's just a bug, so that's not a tornado. Don't freak out. I'll clean that bug off though. All right, I'm all zoomed out now. It's right on me. If you guys like what you are seeing, make sure to subscribe. Also like the video and feel free to share it. And yeah, keep doing this throughout today. But yeah, nice little storm. We got a good visual. It's a low precip cell, so I can see the base, even though it's kind of south of me right now. Still a bit high base right now. I have a storm to my east that is blowing up behind me. So I might have to make a decision here in a bit. You guys can see it. It's east of Winnett. That's a ways away though. It's in the opposite direction. But this one's looking good right now. I think I'm gonna stay on this. Then we have that one to the north out by Coffee Creek. That's here. I'm gonna turn my car a tad so my camera can get a better view. So I don't have to keep turning it. A little bit high base right now, but this had a funnel earlier when I was further back and I was on top of that hill. It was pretty nice. It seems like it's rebuilding. You had that storm to the west of it that looks like it back builded and maybe took potential or a little bit of energy from this, the one we're on right now. So we have two bases that we're looking at. We have one right here and we have one back here. And they're both working. It looks like the one further west over here is starting to take over a bit more from the strength of the one we're right on. So we'll just stay here. We have visual of both of them, so no biggie. I'm getting hail. That was hail. Oh! I might have to go get my camera. It is hailing. Looks like nickel size hail. Oh, right on the camera. It looks like this one is the LP, and the one further out there looks to be more precip. So you can see the precip is way over there, but I'm starting to get a little bit of hail from this one, so. Oh, got about pea-size hail. Just to kind of show you guys. Right, so if it's high-based, the tornado potential is a lot more limited. You want the bases to be lower to the surface because that's going to allow for tornadoes to have better potential with that. And the reason the base is high is the dew points are kind of low. So you need to have higher dew points than what we have right now. And that would really bring the base down. Now sometimes those will come in later in the day, so that's why you don't want to just abandon a storm just because it's high base. Sometimes it just takes its act together to get together. Right now the dew points are 57 and 60, so we'd really like to have more like 65, higher 60s. That'll bring the base down. And there's cape here. There's not a ton of shear, so that's why we don't see tons of rotation right now. There's enough to where if something did happen, it could. That storm to my north actually is looking pretty good again. Another LP. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. When I turn my car around, we can't really get an angle on it now, but we'll see here shortly. You can see the base is starting to bell out a little bit over here. So it might be rain from this other storm over here. This base is starting to get ingested into that, killing its inflow. So I think the storm, oh yeah, look at the radar. You can definitely see the precip increased on that on the southwest storm. See if I can show this to you on the camera. So you can see here, let me just focus. You can see here, this is the cell we're looking at right here. This is the cell we're looking at. This is the other one that took over, and you can just see the amount of rain there in that. So the storm that took over was the western storm, and it killed the updraft on this one. Even though the updraft looks really cool still, you can see it bell out, and when it bells out, the rain's just collapsing on itself and it kills the updraft. So we're just gonna stay here because that updraft is gonna die that we see here, but this one's gonna take over, and because of that, this one's gonna take over here, and because of that, we're still in prime position. I don't have autofocus. That's why I had to adjust it manually with that. And that's really best because if you watch other chasers who have autofocus, it focuses on the raindrops and all that. You want infinity focus and you want to dial, you can just dial it. So I have a camera that I can just dial it, and but I have to manually adjust if I put anything in front like I did. Anyways, we're getting more hail. I'm gonna go with my camera. All right, the hail's a little bigger. Whew, I was getting hammered out there. Hail's a little bit bigger. But we're just gonna sit put. Unless that big core comes over me, which is a ways to the west, we're just gonna stay put. So yeah, you can tell up here, let me see if I can zoom in. You can tell up here in the draft, right in this area, it's starting to collapse. So it's losing a lot of its feature and structure here. And it's because it's sucking in rain from the other one. So this updraft is gonna bell down. It's gonna collapse from the top down. And so we'll just kind of see that here. And then this storm over here, that's taking over. So we're in good position for that one. We can see it. It's also still a little bit high based, but the thing about it is, you know, we can still see just fine. So there's no reason to move. These are moving really slow, and that storm just backbuilt there. Yeah, so hopefully we can get a bit better dew points, and this base can come down a bit. Ooh, nice lightning. Hey bud, wish you were here. They just went severe on this storm. As a low level jet kicks in, tornado potential can increase. A little hailstone still hitting every now and then. Okay, this cell's starting to try a little bit again. The next scan picked it up a bit again. It's interesting. Man, we'd be in perfect position if it drops. Something drops. Oh yeah, the rotation on this southern storm is picking up. Starting to pick up. It's still broad. Ooh, hail. It's still broad, but it's picking up some. Ooh, that was a bigger stone. What I've noticed is when the hail is a little less frequent, but you're still in the hail core area, they're bigger. That's just what I've seen from experience. If you guys like what you're watching, make sure to subscribe. TornadoRaiders.com on YouTube. And give this a like, and also, you know, make sure to share this as well. couple people mentioned my Discord server is the link is expired, so I'm gonna refresh it in the description here in a little bit. I'll let you know when it's up. So if you want to get on our Discord server, it's for Tornado Raiders. I will let you know when it's up. Ooh, that was a bigger hail. That was quarter size, if y'all heard that. Here comes the hail, a bit more. Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner so you can hear it a little bit more. All right, the Discord server has been updated. So if you just want to refresh the video, ooh, yeah, they're definitely bigger. If you want to refresh the video, and just in the description, there's ways you can donate, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, anything like that. My website's on there too, but you can also go ahead, ooh, I want to go grab one of those stones. You can go ahead and get on the Discord server now, if you'd like. The link has been updated. I'm gonna go grab some of these stones real quick. Oh yeah, bigger. The hail has definitely gotten bigger. It's about quarter size hail. Ah, that's like $half. Let's see, I got a quarter here. Check this out. Here's a quarter. It's bigger than a quarter. I probably need to report that. This should be severe. Let's go to Spotter Network. Let's see, I had the Billings radar, or here we go. Let's try to give him a call.
Welcome to the National Weather Service in Billings, Montana. Press 1 for the meteorologist in charge, Keith Meyer. Press 3 for the Science and Operations Officer, John. National Weather Service Billings, how may I help you?
Hi, my name is Jeff Gonzalez, trained weather spotter, and I'm out on this storm right now. I have my live stream up too, and I'm out on the storm by Lewiston and Hobson, and I just wanted to report hail. And so,
Lewiston?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Hobson storm and Lewistown.
Okay.
And I would say about it's for sure quarter size, slightly bigger. I don't want to say ping pong ball, but it's definitely bigger than quarter size. I put it on my stream, but I would say at least quarter size hail.
Okay, and that's happening right now?
Yeah, and if my stream's on Tornado Raiders on YouTube or severestudios.com. You can see me on Spotter Network too.
All right, thanks. That's actually not in our office area, but I'll go ahead and pass it on to the office. I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the report.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was definitely bigger. Yeah, so here's the stone I reported. Oh, it's melted some, but it's definitely bigger than the quarter. It's melted a good 25%. Yeah, anything usually above quarter and above, I report. So if it's like dime or nickel, I usually don't. But if it's quarter size hail or above that, I try to report that. All right, so you can see the mezzo of the first storm is kind of over me. There's a lot of back building right now. There's another storm behind me. Everything's just kind of exploding right now around here. Yeah, look how much the precip increased over here. It's a little pocket, it's right there, but we can still see the updraft right here. So normally I want to be on the southeast area of that storm, but because it's kind of LP, I can see it just fine. Sorry, I hit the focus thing. Oh man. So that looks like a funnel, it's not. Let me zoom in. You can see how it's a bit more scrappy. Looks like another RFD kind of carving around here. That's why it, brought that out. You can see the back end of the updraft there. It's right on me. We'll try to keep both storms in view. Sorry guys, I got to turn on the inverter. Power's running a little low on my camera here. This updraft is almost right on top of me. See it right there. But it's dying, so. Yeah, everything's still a bit high base, so tornado potential is a bit limited, but you can see how just storms are forming all around here. Like, let me show you this storm over here. This one right here, this is new, that just popped up. And so everything's interfering. Usually when you want storms, you want something that's a bit isolated, that can just feed on the inflow all to itself. But when you have a little bit lack of a cap, or you have a lot of heating and cape, then these storms can just blow up all around it. And once you have a good storm going, it can kind of kill the inflow and energy. So this was a slight risk here. They increased it to a 2% tornado risk, SPC did, and definitely there was a pocket of cape that had some really good potential. There was some decent lift and flow for everything to happen, and there was a, tornado potential was kind of limited, but still, if there's a chance. And I'm actually driving back home to Washington. For those who followed the stream last time, for those who followed it last time, I broke down on a tornado warning. My transmission went out. So I had to get a ride, and we ended up renting a car, and I drove all the way back to Washington for 2 weeks while they worked on my car. And then after that, once it was ready, I flew back to out here, picked up the car, and I chased in Illinois. I chased yesterday in South Dakota with that big squall thing, and now I'm out here just heading back to Washington. So nice little chasing to do on the way. Always enjoy that. So anyways, yeah, chasing is not cheap. So if you want to donate, if you like what you're seeing, you want to see more, you know, just there's donates in the description area. Yeah, so it was a costly expense because of that. These storms still have kind of broad rotation. You know, it's not out of the question, but this has, you know, some good potential. There's stuff a bit further north of me that's definitely closer to the Canadian border. That's definitely not going to be reachable for me. But there's some stuff up there that has some potential. Let's see here. What town is that? Up by Glasgow, there's a nice storm that's isolated, and that's the key. All these storms are similar. You just need isolation, and mine just has lots of little stuff around it. All right, I'm going to show you how much the precip has increased on that southern storm. Look at that. So it's still LP in that you can see the base over here, but the precip is definitely increasing, so it's probably transitioning a bit to a bit more classic. It's not HP, that's for sure. HPs are pretty bummer to chase. Not enjoyable. It's like a little nub, inflow nub there that could be wrapping up a little bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Happy to address them if I see them. There is rotation in our storm actually, and it's right above me, so we'll see. We'll definitely see it. Yeah, rotation's actually increased on this storm. Interesting. I think it separated itself a bit from the from that wall, or that rain area over there. That it began to. So I know on the camera this looks like a funnel right here. That's just a heavy rain shaft. That's like where the hail core would be. So there's no rotation in that. It's just rain. The camera makes it look weird. Yeah, rotation is wrapping up actually for this storm, according to the radar here. Which it looked like it was dying for a while because it was soaking in, or sucking in the rain from the other storm. So it could be trying again. There is rotation on it, but it shows that if you look at radar, it shows that I'm behind the storm. But this is what we call an LP storm, low precipitation, so I could see the entire base, even though I'm underneath it, or I'm on the other side of it. The base is in front of me now, to my south. The windshield is fine. I do have one little crack, but that was from a different event, not from any hail today. Thankfully, the crack's not in front of the camera. Yeah, so that's why I'm sitting here, because I'm next to a town. I'm right outside, so I have 5G connection. So that's why I don't want to go very far. If I can have a view and maintain connection, that's what it's all about. Having a view and just maintaining the stream connection. If I was about a mile, further down the road, over here in this rain area, you can just see that base is definitely growing over there too. But I have visual on both. The reason is because this first one was an LP. The second one is starting to become an HP, actually, if you look at it. But we can still see the base, so it's good to stay on both of these. Just maintain position here and keep the stream going. So I am sitting just outside Lewistown, Montana. This is Lewistown, Montana. So LP means low precipitation. It means you still have a storm, it just doesn't have tons of rain in it. So the first one is actually an LP storm. I'm underneath. If I was typically sitting here in normal position on a normal storm or an HP storm, I'd be covered in rain and hail right now. But because it's an LP, it's just you have an updraft and you have a little bit of rain and hail. So I'm under this updraft. Now compare it to this one over here. The updraft is over here, right? So I would be sitting, compared to this storm, I'm sitting right here. But see how much rain and hail is over there? That's why you typically want to be to the southeast of the storm to allow that to have visual. But this one, they're still a bit high based, which means, if there were a little bit more, lower base, that you need higher dew points for that to happen. And the dew points are in the like high 50s, low 60s right now, 61, 60. If we can get 65 and higher, man, these bases would be lower, and we'd have some tornado potential. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. This base, as you can see, is shifted over here. This is all that base right there. So if I zoom out, there's some really nice lightning happening over here. There's a little lowering feature right there too. Too bad the pole's right in the way. That's gonna move a little bit more over here, so I'm just gonna stay put and zoom out a bit here so you can see both storms and see the nice little lightning that's happening here. There's a fence here and it says no drone zone. So if there's a tornado, I'm gonna have to drive a little bit away from here so I can fly my drone. base has moved a little bit, so I'm going to back up so you can see the base. I'll reposition the camera here in a little bit. I'm just going to back up. Because the base was kind of overhead, so you couldn't really see this base. Man, storms to my... I'm just going to pull real quick so you can see the storms that are blowing up over here. Look at this. Way over here. All these storms over here. That's over east of Gwinnett. Those storms are just blowing up. They're about similar to these, but those are just blowing up. We're on a good storm though. It can wrap itself up together. Yeah, the base was kind of on top of me, so you couldn't really see that storm too much anymore. So you can see that base is right there. We have the other storm over there, so. A little interesting feature right there. This is kind of spinning right here. That is not a bug. You can see this little whirl cloud right here. It's going around it. I need to put on my rain jacket. I don't even know where it is. Kind of dissolved a little bit. Just keep an eye on that. It's still really high base, so. Nice thing is these are super slow movers. Compared to yesterday in South Dakota, it was like, they were moving like, what, 40 miles an hour at least? That was not pleasant. So right now we're looking a bit more at the storm that's a little further to the east, or west, sorry. It has taken over, it's moving in my direction actually, and the storm to the that is pretty much on top of me, it looks like the updraft is starting to die. It does look like that. So I'm going to sit here a little bit longer because we have a really good view of this storm right here. So if you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to donate if you'd like. Gas is not cheap. I just had a transmission go out that I had to replace, and yeah, it's every little bit's appreciated. So if you like what you're seeing, feel free. We might have something happening right there. That is a funnel, guys. Looks like a funnel. Let's see. Let's zoom in and see if we can see it rotating. I'm a little far. Might just be inflow. It might just be inflow, actually. It's rising area, but doesn't look like tons of rotation, but something to keep an eye on. Cool to see anyways. We'll see something. If something comes down, we'll definitely see it. We're in prime position. Let me just show you the old updraft real quick. It's right here. Sorry. It's right here. So old updraft is right there, and it is dying. Something's wanting to try right in that area, so we're just going to keep the camera there and see if we can get something. You can see these numerous lowering things right here, and when that happens, that means that inflow is increasing right here. I'm gonna go wipe off some of these bugs. I need my rain jacket. Where is it? There we go. I really gotta pee too. All right, rain jacket is on. I'm gonna go out and grab a towel and wipe off some of these bugs. Hopefully there's no hail. Man, this would be awesome if it would just drop. Yeah, guys, I updated the Discord server link, so if you want to join the conversation when we're not chasing, I talk about forecasts, I talk about chase targets, I talk about different things like past events and stuff, so join the Discord server if you'd like to get on that. If you want to follow on Twitter, I post things on there every now and then, highlights of chases, updates when I'm chasing, things like that. Also, yeah, that's a good way to just stay in contact and know if we're going to be chasing anytime. Question is, what am I using for radar? I use both radar scope and I use radar Omega. I like radar Omega in that it has lots of info handy. It has a lot of info that's right there at your disposal, like mesonettes, shows you the tracks of the storms, different things like that. You can click on velocity, tracking, spotter network. It shows everything in one thing. The only problem is when you get tons of storms, all those white lines, there might be a way to disable it. Let me know if so. I haven't figured it out. All those white lines just interfere and it just makes it hard to read. So, I use radar scope when things get kind of messy, and when things are kind of a bit more isolated, I'll use radar Omega. And I'm on my iPad actually when I do all that. So pretty cool apps for those things. If I'm on a desktop, I use GR Level 3. It's just a very good way to do streams and everything. and or a very good way to do radar and check at all those stuff. So I enjoy radar scope. I've used it for over 12 years. There was the first thing I've ever used when I was a chaser called, this might date me a bit, was Swift WX. If anyone remembers Swift WX, put a comment in the comment section, let me know. Swift WX was this awesome software. We are getting something trying here. Sorry guys, just interrupt. We're getting things trying, so this is looking good. Dew points are starting to increase a little bit throughout the day as the low-level jet kicks in. It's definitely going to turn things up a bit. So the only problem is where I'm sitting. Remember I showed you the difference between the hail core or the rain and the hail core. From the LP storm, there was nothing. I could sit there underneath the storm. On this one, you can see the rain's coming in right there. It's not much. I might just stick it out, but the area of interest is right here. Yeah, GR level 2 analysis is really good too. Really good. The only thing with that is it's not the best practical for me chasing in the field, because you need some excellent data connection for that to really work, to really use it to its full potential, because there's really high contrast stuff, really detailed. You can look at 3D stuff, and when you do that, like if I was sitting at a desktop at home, GR level 2 analysis by far has so much detail. You can look at a 3D analysis of like the updraft and the hail core and everything, and that's just amazing. But when you're in the field, that takes lots of data to do, and so I usually don't do that in the field. Yeah, do y'all's tornado dance at home and see if we can get something coming. It's trying. That back area, that's where you want to look. We are currently sitting just west of Lewistown, Montana. Lewistown, Montana. I have a storm that's kind of two storms together, but it's all to itself for now. There's more storms around, unfortunately, and the more storms there are, the more likely there's going to be interference. So I'm looking at a storm right now that's over Moore, Montana, and if you're looking at the radar, that's where there's a hail core right over Moore, Montana. But we're looking at the base, so we're in good position right now, and we're just going to sit here as long as we can. But you can see things are trying on this little back area. These might be little high base funnels. It's hard to see if there's rotation. It's definitely upflow, inflow in that. Hard to tell if there's rotation in that. But you can see kind of a wall cloud starting to develop. The problem right now is the dew points are kind of they're kind of low. So we need dew points to be a bit higher so we can get the base to come down, so we can get this spinning stuff to actually make contact. So I'm gonna leave the camera here just because it's kind of interesting. Things are trying. It's all right that the severe thunderstorm warning expired. What needs to happen right now is this is back building, and it's going to reorganize. It has a lot of interference right now from other storms, and so if it can organize and maybe isolate itself a bit, then you know, I think we can get a little bit more potential. There's a storm to the south. You might be able to see it over here, but it's another storm to the south here has developed, and it's taking the inflow from this storm. Let me show you here. Oh, it's my phone. I'm gonna zoom out. So let me focus. Okay, so we're right here. This is the storm we're looking. There's a storm to the south that just built. I'll show you where that is here in a little bit. But it's going right into this storm here, and it's killing the updraft. So hopefully we can get a tornado before that it merges. It's trying, but That storm's right here. See, we're way over there. It's headed this way. This one's headed south, but now that inflow's on that other storm, you know, it might kill it. So hopefully, you can see things are trying right here in the back end. I think we'd have something if it wasn't so high based. You can see that it's bringing in rain in the area. See that? So it's circling in rain from that rain core over here. So usually when that happens, that's a tell of rotation. You can see created a clear slot right here. Around. If you guys want to see a really good If you want to see a textbook definition of a clear slot wrapping up from the RFD, on my YouTube channel, search Wood Lake Tornado. It is probably one of the best clear slots and tornado I've ever seen happen for tornado genesis. The National Weather Service actually in Nebraska called me to study that storm because I was the only one on it, and that's what happened. It sucked in that RFD and it created clear slot, and I called them. I said, you need to tornado warn this storm immediately. And they said, we're not seeing anything. And I said, trust me, there's going to be a tornado in like 5 minutes. Sure enough, they saw it. It was halfway to the ground. There was already contact, and then they issued a tornado warning. See how much that wrapped up there? There might have been, we're blocked by the rain now from this, so there might be funnels in there. See how much that took in that rain area. Things were happening right there. So I'm going to leave the camera on it and see if we can actually see anything in there. Yeah, that wrapped in the rain in that area. Ooh, nice lightning strikes. Sorry for the telephone poles, but in order to get this location, I just have to deal with it. Man, that's right in that area. Too bad that rain curtain went in there. We may never know. Part of that is because I'm on the north side of the storm, so when that rain brought it in there, you know, it obscures view from that area. We can still see most of the base. Nice lightning in that area, so you can really see things are ramping up there. So you can still see the base over here. This is the updraft. It had it over here. We had that RFD clear slot come. We saw a little wisp of finger-like funnels, and then it took the rain over. So it curtained it. So what's actually happening, there's another updraft that's back building right over here. It looks like that part just got completely wrapped in rain. Rotation's very broad. There is a little bit on radar here. I can show you. Let's zoom out here momentarily to look at this radar. So you can see this is the rotation. So you have winds that are circling. That's just the meso that it's picking up. So it's not very tight. It's still pretty broad, but there's some rotation. So if it tightens up, you know, there was an instance, there was one scan where it got tight, and that's what happened. We saw it wrap around there. So we're just going to stay on it. It's kind of back building a little bit. I'm hesitant to move because I got such good reception. I don't want to lose the video, even though I typically would be on a different side of the storm. But the thing is, it's moving away from me. It's moving southeast into an area there's no roads. So the first storm completely died, pretty much. The updraft from this storm, the rain basically cut it off. Remember, it was right above me. Let me show you what it looks like now. It's dead. All dead. So we're just on this storm, and we're hoping it could do something before this storm over here runs into it, because that might kill it altogether. It might, you know, make it stronger, but it's probably going to kill it. Again, we are currently just west of Lewistown. Here comes the hail again. It's not going to be as big as if we were right in here, because that's heavy rain and hail. But I'm still in an area where we get hail, so let's see how big this hail is. I'm going to turn off the inverter so you can hear the rain and the hail. Just light rain right now. The big rain core is over here where it wrapped around there. We saw it wrap around those little finger-like funnel things. Nice lightning. All right, so this area right here, you want to start watching that. It looks like there's starting to become a more RFD clear slot there. You can see lightning picking up right in this area too. That means things are really picking up there. Man, this stuff to the south just kind of killed a lot of the potential of this inflow here. Hopefully we can get something before this all this stuff merges together. See that clear slot that developed right here? That's the RFD wrapping around. So what I estimate is going to happen is it's going to wrap around. We'll probably get some more finger-like funnel things, and then it's going to suck in this rain and it's going to curtain around that again, just like we saw the last one. So that's not a sign of it weakening. That's a sign of it trying. It's just struggling. Watch the rain come and just hide this area here. See that clear slot area right here? Now watch the rain just wrap around that. If you guys like what you're seeing, feel free to like, subscribe the video if you haven't already. Share it with your circles of storm chasing communities that you like, your weather fans, share it there. Also, feel free to donate if you want to. Every bit's appreciated. And also another thing is you can follow our Discord app. The link's in the description for all those things. I just updated the Discord conversation, so feel free to hop in there. Great ways to discuss and chat. I'll do forecast targets, especially days when I can't chase. Saying hello to the guys in there. Looks like Finest Track and Dust Devils in there. See how that's wrapped around again there? Just keep an eye on that. Rain's starting to take over there. The storm that was, ooh, nice lightning strike. The storm that was to my, north, I think has completely died. No, it's there, it's just weak. Yeah, so the storm to the south is merging with this storm. It's gonna kill it soon, or hopefully they'll merge and strengthen each other. Oh, nice lightning. You can see in there kind of where it carved that RFD clear slot there. I realized I put on my jacket and never got out of the car to undo the bugs. That something distracted me. Maybe it's those little clear slots. So next play, just to kind of give you guys an idea, there's some storms to the southwest of me. What I'm probably going to do is, as this storm gets further south of me, since we can't see much of that base anymore, and once these merge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down this road. We might be able to see behind that rain again. Ooh, very nice strikes. And then once I do that, you know, I might do that now, actually. What I'm risking, guys, if I do that, is I might lose connection. I may not, it might stay there, but I'm by a town, right? That's why it's so good right now. So why don't you guys comment if you want me to stay here a little longer and stream this, or if you guys want to me to move and get maybe a better vantage point and see if we can get still data while we're doing that. It is going to keep moving south, so we're eventually going to lose sight of it as it merges. My thought is do it while it's merging. All right, guys, I'm gonna move here in a little bit. And why don't we see if we can get some hail? I'm gonna turn on my inverter again. My camera's dying a little bit. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try and get in front of this storm, get better vantage point, see if we can see around that rain curtain. And but it's about to merge with another storm. When it does that, two things can happen. They can both die, or they merge and one takes over and becomes dominant. That's my hope. But if it doesn't, there's a storm to my southwest that's headed this way that's building, that we can get on soon. All right, guys, that was good. If I lose you guys, refresh my YouTube, because so before I go, I'll tell you guys this. If it disconnects and it doesn't come back, you have to refresh my YouTube again, and it's going to restart a different video with the same title. It's not going to just refresh here. It's a setting on Restream that I need to go back and fix. I just don't have the time to do it right now. So I hope I don't lose you guys. I appreciate everyone for watching. If you like what you've seen, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share it, donate if you can. Every little bit helps. But if you don't, if it does drop off, just go ahead and just refresh on the channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit your bell notification so you can be notified when it comes back on. It's just going to be a different video because Restream, for some reason, kills this video, publishes it, and then that's it. So, all right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna punch through this rain core and get to the other side. So I'm gonna keep it on as long as I can. Oh, we might get some hail. We're gonna wait, let these cars pass. Then we're gonna go. Alright guys, so we're blocked off by some rain. I can still see the base. It's just not the greatest visual. We'll get a better visual as I get south. Probably gonna get some hail too. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Like I said, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when the stream comes back on when I get connection. Because it's not gonna be the same video. All right, I'm moving. We're gonna punch through this core and more. They probably got some big hail. It is severe warning. The only reason I didn't move sooner is I didn't want to lose connection. That was such a good location. I'm gonna take 191 south. We're gonna get behind that storm. Storm's about to kill it too. That's a bummer. Rotation looked like it's kind of dying a bit because of that southern storm about to merge. It is severe warned right now. So we saw it organizing and gaining strength with the lightning and all that. That was good. We saw it wrap around and bring a little bit of rotation with that. So those finger-like funnels. Overall, I'm very pleased with that location, especially with the data. I'm gonna get on 191 south, so I'm gonna go, I'm moving southeast right now. Take 191 out of and out of that intersection out of Eddie's Corner. A lot of water here. Yeah, they're merging. They're merging together. That's too bad. Hopefully they can back build. There's just too many storms. There's a storm coming out of Clacy, Montana. Keep an eye on that one. That's kind of more isolated. Man, if you guys watched my live stream yesterday, this is like a piece of cake driving in this compared to I was in 80 plus mile an hour winds. Go and look at the video that I published yesterday, and you can see those winds. It looks like a hurricane on land. And there was one point where the wind shifted, and I'm pretty sure I got a bookend vortice. It was just, and I drove right through it. And I took a screenshot of the radar, and there was a hook. I was on the top end of the storm, and you can get some little curly cues there. Rotation, and the wind shifted all of a sudden, and then it shifted back, and that usually doesn't happen in a derecho event, only on those bookend vortice areas. All right, we're getting there. Base is still kind of high. I can see it through the rain. I'll move it. You'll see it once I turn here in a bit. I can still see the base through this rain. I just can't change the camera right now. It's still really high base. It's just the rain wrapped around it. It's merging with this other storm, so it'll be interesting to see what happens once that storm merges. Sometimes you want a little bit more of a cap, so you get these storms to be a bit more isolated. In these summertime time frame events, it's either all or nothing. Either the cap's too strong, or it's just too weak. It's May and June where you kind of have a good mix of everything. So far, good data. We'll see how it is once I get on 191. Appreciate you guys sticking around and watching. We're getting some hail now. Lightning right in front of me. We're getting some hail, that's why these cars are stopped. Woo. Oh my goodness, that was loud. Did y'all see that bolt and light, that thunder? Wow. All right, the hail's big. Oh, that's bigger. Woo. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's about to get intense. size hail right now. It's not super big, but it's big. Ah, they're bigger. I'm gonna stop here and film this water. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm gonna stop. This is awesome. Look at this water. So look at the street first. Then look at the water real quick. That's pretty cool. All right, onward. Oh, that was big. Okay, there's a little bit bigger ones in here. This thing is wrapping up. Oh, man, oh. That was an interesting hail. That was kind of cool, actually. All right, we're about to go south, and we'll get a view here shortly. There is some rotation that's wrapping up. The problem is it's moving away from me into an area there's no roads. Look at this. This is rain that's going through, and it's lit by the sun between this storm, really creating a nice, really look here. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna go south here. Data's kind of spotty. It's going off and on, so bear with me, guys. Try and get on this. All right, 191. And of course we got an 18-wheeler. I gotta pass. So far, signal's still good. I appreciate everyone sticking around. Again, if it gets a bit choppy, if the stream goes out for a little bit, make sure to subscribe, and you'll be notified when the next video hits. All right, there's some rotation going on now, guys. We're just blocked by the rain. I should have moved sooner. Hopefully we'll get a view here soon. We got some double rainbows too. bit further south, and then we'll get a visual, hopefully around this rain. We got amazing rainbow right now. If you're a rainbow chaser, this is the place you want to be. You'll see it soon, along with these hail core that we just drove through. Man, I wish there was a road to get over there. It's just in the middle of a field. How the sun's lighting this up is just amazing. You know what? I got a road here that I'm gonna take a gander. I think I can get closer. We're going in. No other option after this road. Hopefully this is somewhat paved. Might be muddy. If I get stuck, I might need a tow. All right, we're going in. Prepare for a rainbow. I'm gonna take it a little bit slower because this is not paved. Check out that rainbow. So the area of interest is right over there. Data's over here, guys, so I'm gonna go until it goes away. Right under the rainbow. It looks like my dad is gonna go out, guys. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Dad is spotty here. See if I can find a turn off, and we'll just sit and look at this part right there. Hopefully you guys are still with me. Dad is a little spotty right now, so I'm gonna Try not to lose you guys. We got another storm that to our south, so I'm gonna watch that one for a little bit too. Looks like stream's still going. We're okay. Can't believe I still have data. What a treat. All right, we got a little turn off here. As you can see, there's a storm right here. This is the northern one that kind of merged up here. That's collapsing with our storm. They're about to merge. So we have this storm right here, and you have this storm over here. Let me zoom out. So this storm over here, about to merge with this storm right here. We can't really see the updraft anymore. It's kind of right there. If there's anything, it's right there. But these two are actually going to merge, and then all this rain right here is coming right at me. So keep an eye on this area right here, because that's the area where the old updraft was. It's just kind of covered by rain over here now. And then this is the updraft from the other storm, but it's bringing in all that rain. So I'm just going to zoom out, and we're just going to watch these two merge. Sadly, there's not a lot of roads over here. Turn off my weather dealie, my little inverter. All right, hopefully you guys are still with me. That's possible right there, yeah, because it's right on. You know, that area is you have this probably was like part of a base, but you can see it's kind of detaching itself on the top there. And it is on the mountain, so you know you can have an updraft here that goes on the mountain and make contact. So that's possible. Let's zoom in. There, it looks like there's something interesting there. Right underneath that. See that? That might be a funnel. What is that? See it right on top of that mountain? That was interesting. There might have been a funnel on top of that mountain. It just went away really quick. It was almost like fully condensed. It's really strange. contrast is so bad right now. That was interesting. Huh. Yeah, so right now, how the stream is, they were asking if I streamed in 720 or 1080. The stream would be really laggy, and you probably wouldn't get any audio. So you kind of have to find the balance with data that's available, and also with data that's available, and also with, you know, that might have been something. That's the area of interest for sure. I have to go back, and I was recording, so I have to go back and review that. That was interesting. That might have been something, guys. The contrast was just really bad. I got to go back and review that. So what you want to be looking for is this darker cloud up here. This thing way over here, that's an updraft from a different storm. So that has nothing to do with our storm here in front of us. We just want to be looking at this dark cloud, and then we have this mountain here. Now it's hard to say if it's on top of the mountain or if we're just being blocked by view there, but something just to watch. But there was definitely something wisping there. Now as you see, let me zoom out a bit. You can see these two rain areas are about to merge. See that? So you have this rain over here, and you have this rain over here. That's gonna merge, and then this stuff right here, that's coming at me. So we're gonna sit here as long as possible, and we'll zoom in on that area a bit. But that was interesting. Very interesting. There was definitely some rotation. It's, you know, earlier there was quite a bit for a couple scans while I was driving south. So it definitely could have been something in that meantime, just no one could see because it was blocked off by rain. There's no roads to get to it. I should have got to this position sooner actually, because this is actually a good position and there's cell service, surprisingly. Good cell service. I got 3 bars. Well, the rainbow went away. Looking at this, looking at the velocity, that was definitely, it tightened up there for a little bit. Look, let's zoom out here. Let's focus right here. That's exactly where we're looking. That tightened up for a little bit. That very well could have been something, and we might have got the very back tail end of it. I'll review video later and let you know. Yeah, when I first zoomed in, that's exactly when I saw it. And you know, someone mentioned in the chat, they were like, hey, it looks like something touched down on the left edge, and I zoomed in, and sure enough, I was like, that looks really weird. That might have been. So whoever said that, thank you, because I was viewing the storm to the south a bit, because I didn't think the rain would clear up like it did there. And it cleared up just momentarily for us to see something. Look at this huge rain downburst right here. Look at that, and then this is the area. So if that was clear, this area right here, that's just all rain and hail. And that was obscuring this earlier. So we'll just keep the camera here. We have two updrafts merging right now. There is one to this one to the south. There's another one to the south. Let me just zoom out real quick. Right here. See that, guys? That's another one. And that's near Judith Gap. That one actually might be the one that might be the play, because there's nothing to its south, so there's no interference for it. So we'll leave it right here for a little bit. And I'll keep an eye on that one to the south. It still needs to strengthen. Oh, it's strengthening. Wow. Yeah, the last scan just blew that one up. Man, I might need to go before that hail core. Huh. Alright guys, I think we need to make a play and go south. We're probably going to get hail, but that's okay. This one's becoming a mess, and it's about to merge, so I think I'm going to go south, even though that does look interesting. It looks like a mess on radar right now, but as we get south, we'll be able to see a little bit better. Hopefully we have data still. I'll keep an eye on that mountain area as I'm driving, and I'll let you guys know if I see anything. Yeah guys, if you like what you see, you want to help with the gas expense, I just lost a transmission, so that was not cheap. And I had to build it, or had it worked on for 2 weeks, and I flew back out, got my Jeep. So every little bit helps. If you like what you're watching, make sure to subscribe. Again, if you just jumped on, my data goes in and out here. So right now we have decent data. And if I lose you, what you guys need to do is if it doesn't, like, we give it a few seconds, but if it doesn't come back, I have it currently going to what Restream does, and I gotta test that current video, publishes it, and then makes a new one. So if I lose you, it's not going to come back. It's gonna come back as a new video. So you need to subscribe. You need to click the alert bell notification for all videos. An eye back there, guys. Over that mountain, and I will let you know if something looks interesting. I'll turn around if so. Yeah, there's something about you're always having to repair something. It seems like you can never really get it. Like the minute you think, hey, everything's working, that's when something goes wrong. Man, I wish I was further north. Those storms to the north by the border, the hail core, but hopefully it's not too big. Want to welcome all the new subscribers. Appreciate everything. If you like what you're watching, you know, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps the YouTube algorithm promote it more. This storm to my south has a little nub. You'll see it here once I turn. There's a little nub that looks interesting on that updraft. It's further down the road. All right, so y'all see all this over there? That's a crazy hail, rain and hail. So we're gonna try and beat it. I don't think I'm going to, but we'll make for a cool video. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. If I do, just make sure to just subscribe and hit the alert, and it'll show back up when I'm back. Interesting. My data looks like it might be going, guys. I'm gonna, if it goes, I'll try to get it back. I'll turn around. bear with me. Things are about to get a little interesting. We're gonna get some hail and we'll see how big it is. Right now. Our storm just went severe. You can see the base. We're under the base right now. The core is about to slam me. I kind of want to get it. Look at that. You want to see what a core's like? All right, you see that white streak? That's hail. Oh, there's some rotation on this thing. I think I need to go a little further south. I'm not gonna... See that white streak right there? Can you guys comment? Is it laggy? Is it working? Right here. And then the main area of interest is right in that area. So I'm gonna drive south here in a little bit. I wanted to get the core. Look, it's right, almost right over me. It's literally like a couple hundred yards in front of me. Because of that inflow tail, this might be strengthening, and if there is something in there, I'm not gonna see it. So I'm gonna actually go a little further south so I don't put myself in jeopardy. Hail, I don't mind, but if there's something more, I don't wanna be there to find out. Under the base, and it says there's rotation right in front of me, tight rotation. like a good core punch, guys, but I couldn't see anything in there, and I didn't want to risk it. So I hope you guys are all right with that. I'll turn around here, get a little view, and we'll see what I went through. Oh, that was a good spot to turn around. Go a little further. Nope, I can't do that either. All right, guys, we might have something. I'm gonna get under that stuff again. That was awesome. Look at that spinning, guys. Really try.